Hello and good day. Welcome to our video channel, God's Promises. And today's video will be a fast, concise overview, Book of 1 Samuel, chapter 12. Let's get started now. The Book of 1 Samuel chapter 12 is a significant chapter in the history of the Israelites as it marks the transition from the time of the judges to the reign of the kings. Samuel, the last of the judges, addresses the Israelites and reminds them of their history and their obligations to God. This chapter provides insights into the nature of God and the importance of obedience to His will. Samuel begins his address by reminding the Israelites of their history, emphasizing how God had always been faithful to them, even when they had been unfaithful to Him. He recalls how God had delivered them from the oppression of the Egyptians, the Philistines, and other enemies. He also reminds them of the role of the judges in their history and how God had raised them up to deliver His people. Samuel then reminds the Israelites that they have demanded a king to rule over them, despite God being their true king. He warns them of the consequences of this decision, telling them that a king will take their sons and daughters, their fields and vineyards, and their livestock. He urges them to fear the Lord and serve Him faithfully, and not to rebel against His commandments. This chapter highlights several key themes that are relevant to our lives today. Firstly, it emphasizes the nature of God as a faithful and just God. Despite the Israelites' unfaithfulness, God had always been faithful to them, providing for their needs and delivering them from their enemies. This shows that God's love and mercy are boundless, and He is always willing to forgive us when we turn to Him. Secondly, this chapter teaches us about the importance of obedience to God's will. The Israelites had demanded a king, despite God being their true king, and this decision would have consequences for them. This emphasizes the need for us to trust in God's plan for our lives and to obey His commandments, even when it may be difficult or uncomfortable. Lastly, this chapter reminds us of the consequences of our actions. The Israelites had demanded a king, and they would have to live with the consequences of that decision. This teaches us to be mindful of our decisions and to consider the impact they may have on ourselves and others. In conclusion, the book of 1 Samuel chapter 12 provides a powerful reminder of the nature of God and the importance of obedience to His will. It teaches us about God's faithfulness and mercy, the consequences of our actions, and the need for us to trust in God's plan for our lives. It encourages us to fear the Lord, serve Him faithfully, and to live our lives in accordance with His commandments. Thank you for visiting us today. Please share with us your favorite Bible chapter below in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help our channel grow. Looking forward to see you back here for our next video. Always take good care.